Okay, Bob, here is the Jeep of all Jeeps. This thing is friggin' sweet. So, radio, pretty easy, AM, FM, XM, all touchscreen, very easy to use, and it gives you feedback with the blue circle, which is nice. Now you can tune to a station if you want, or you can use this, or these buttons. Let's see, it's all climate control. So if you just want to hit automatic right here, you basically just set it to, and then you can sync both sides. And you set it to the temp you want, and the vehicle will adjust. I know you know how to use all that. Pretty slick. Apps, you may not mess with too many of these right now, but it's got the Wi-Fi. It has a projection manager, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that works the same. Let's see, it's also got heated steering wheel, heated seats. That's all pretty easy to use right under this controls button. It has vented seats. You're not going to use that right now, I wouldn't think. Heated wheel, heated seats for both sides. And then the nav, which is super easy to use. You can do it by voice, you can touch it in, very easy to use. Now the steering wheel, this is going to be the crash response stuff. So adaptive cruise control, and this is where you can put, if you want to alert you if you're getting too close to a vehicle or not, the blind zone alert, all that stuff. Bluetooth. If you hit this button, you can talk to her, you can yell at her, tell her what to do, answer, hang up. This right here controls this menu. So if you go to the left, just like your Silverado, it brings up, you know, whatever you're on, and you can go in and out of each one of these. So you can look at instant horsepower, you know, air fuel ratio, boost pressure, coolant temp, tire pressure, oil life, coolant temp, all that'll be in here. Okay, this is, I believe, yeah, track timer. So you can track your time on a track. Right here, braking distance, all that stuff. G. So if you want to take it, you know, 60 into a corner and see how much G-force you've got, you can look. All that's going to be right in this. It looks like the TrackHawk symbol. Go down, the driver assist, so that's going to alert you when there are people on your left or right, etc. Fuel, mileage to empty, instant fuel economy, average fuel economy, trip. You can control the radio station right here if you'd like. It's just like the Silverado. And text messages, screen setup, so if you want to mess around with the screen layout, you can mess around with it right in there. And diagnostics, vehicle diagnostics, it'll actually tell you what codes you've got going on. And then just your basic, you know, speedometer and vehicle info, all right there on that left D-pad. This is cruise control, pretty easy. You got volume buttons on the back, and if you want to get nasty and shift like an F1 racer, here are the shift paddles. All right, here you can turn off the lane departure assist, the park assist, all that shit can be turned on or off. This is eco mode. It's going to change shift points and try and make the vehicle drive more fuel efficiently. You probably won't mess with that. Traction control, I know you're familiar with traction control. Here, this is a 4x4 vehicle, so you can lock it. This is automatic, and then snow will lock it, right? Yeah, so if you put it in snow, it'll lock it. Sport and track mode. So sport mode, it's going to actually change, again, how the vehicle shifts electronically. It's going to change how the exhaust sounds. And then track mode is going to stiffen this thing up. Again, it's going to change shift points. I wouldn't drive track mode on any crazy roads. You know, the highway's probably fine because those roads are pretty flat and level. Now launch mode. Doug, do you know anything about this launch mode?
I think you put it in track.
You got to put it in track. And then you put that thing in drive, and when you're ready to go, like you're going to do a quarter mile or an eighth of a mile, the wheels aren't going to spin. It's going to shoot you right out of the hole. So again, you probably won't mess with that too much right out of the gate. And drive modes. So if you hit that drive mode button, you can actually, so you can customize basically different features on this thing. Tranny, all-wheel drive, the suspension, how stiff it is, when how many RPMs until the vehicle shoots you out of the hole. Stuff like that is all in this drive mode thing. It's pretty freaking cool. Actually really cool.
Yeah, that's increasing the RPMs.
All right, now we're in for, so I'm not going to increase the RPMs too much here. And then if you hit custom, okay, so this is the one that lets you kind of change it. So based on where you're at right here, you hit this button and it'll tell you what's going on with the vehicle. So it's pretty cool to get a good picture of what's going on in the vehicle, and then you just hit it to get out of it. So right now you're in auto, and for your purposes, you probably want to put it right in sport to have some fun driving this thing. Now valet mode, that's if he doesn't want anyone to really hammer on it. It's going to limit.
It changes the horsepower.
Okay, cool. So when your son drives it, you put valet mode on. The roof, it's pretty easy. That's the shade. And then you've got one for the glass. But if you put the shade will pull both of them back, but it won't pull both of them up. Right. So to put the glass back, you just hit the glass button, and then the shade, you just hit the shade button once that's done.
This is the shade side.
Okay, so that's so opposite of what I said.
That's the shade side, and
that's the glass side.
And then that will vent the sunroof.
Okay, there you go. So that's the glass side, that's the shade side.
Yep.
All right, perfect. There you go. So Bob, I'm gonna have someone drop this at your house. I'll put a plate on it, and you call me after you've fallen in love with it. All right, man.